Welcome everybody to another session of Passion to Profit Summit. I'm very excited to be introducing our guest, Promise Excel. But before Promise starts to talk, let me first of all introduce him. Promise Excel is the founder of Maverick Excel. He helps individuals start, launch, and profit from their online businesses via blogging and social media. Welcome to Summit, Promise.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chuka.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much.
No problem. So Promise, tell us how it all started for you as a blogger.
Okay, so that I think over 2 years ago, 2015 precisely, I actually I after I finished my school, I was looking for something to do.
Okay.
After school, there's always that desire to do something. So I thought, okay, should I go look for a job or what exactly should I do? But then I started searching the internet. I started searching for things. I just wanted to just learn something different because what we're having around were just the normal thing is either you go to teach in a school or something. So I needed to do something different. That was when I ventured into search. I searched other blogs and see what they were doing. So I found out about blogging and online business and so many other things I found out. So I got really excited by the possibility of you staying in your house or anywhere and running your business and reaching out to a lot of people. So I was really excited. So I had to jump into it. And so far, it has been really wonderful.
Thank you very much. Most of graduates are busy sitting down at home, not doing anything, and you are very good inspiration of that. That you, after finishing your school, you immediately found something you do. You went online to start looking for something. I commend you for that. That's very good.
Yeah.
So I read online where you said you were previously a teacher. I don't really get how was it becoming. How did the transition from becoming a teacher to becoming a blogger? How was this transition like?
Okay. The transition. Well, when people ask me, I didn't really have a very strategic plan. So not that I did anything extraordinary. What happened was that when I was not satisfied with what I was doing, so because okay before leaving my same job entirely, I was blogging and also teaching. So at a point, I found out that okay, this teaching was not really giving me what I wanted.
Okay.
So I quit my job. Then I had three teaching jobs.
Wow.
I had three teaching jobs. So I had to drop them one after the other to focus on blogging and writing.
Okay.
So that is it.
That's great. I was thinking that maybe was it passion that led you into blogging?
Well, I was just, I think first of all, it was about passion for business and entrepreneurship that led me into blogging. So I found that blogging was the easiest way for me to reach out to people. So that was when I ventured into it. So when I tried the blogging thing, it was really fun. And I saw other people who were doing great and amazing things with their blogs. So that was how I jumped into it, more like that.
Okay.
So of course I'm passionate about it. I'm passionate. So because something I've been doing for over 2 years.
Yeah, of
There are some
course.
people who blog for 6 months, they quit. So for me, I've been doing it for over 2 years. So I think it's more like a passion for me.
Okay, that's great to hear that you were driven to start blogging because of your passion for blogging. And also you made mention of you I think according to what you just said, you were influenced by other people's blog or what you saw of other people. Is that correct?
Okay, for you to be able to turn your gift, your experience, your expertise, your knowledge, or your passion into a thriving online business, the first thing for you to know is what is your gift, your experience, your expertise, knowledge, or passion is. You need to really define what it is, because you can't just say, okay, I'm passionate about this. Sometimes some things you call passion might not really be passion. So you need to really define what that thing is,
Okay.
and ensure that this is something you want to do. This is not something you're doing for 2 months and you call it a quit. Something you're going to do for a very long time, 5 or 10 years or more. So
Okay.
you need to define what that thing is. Then after that, you need to define who you want to serve, the people you want to reach with this your gift, your experience, your expertise. You need to define the people are you reaching young people? Are you reaching older people or teenagers or people who are done with like pensioners, or which kind of people you need to do you want to reach? Do you want to serve with this with your gift? So you need to define your audience. And now after defining your audience, the next thing for you to do is the next thing for us to do is that you need to niche down. You need to
Okay.
niche down, like you need to be specific on
Okay.
the area you want to serve. Because if you're saying if you're saying you want to go into fashion is really broad. There's fashion for men, fashion
Yeah.
for women,
Yes.
we have for teenagers, we have for pregnant women. So it's very broad. You can't just want to go into fashion. Fashion is broad.
Yeah.
And if talking about fashion, okay, we have the English wear, we have the traditional. It's just that broad. If you say you want to go into fitness and wellness, it's also broad. So you need to niche down to a specific audience, so that you know the exact person you're speaking to anytime you're talking. Then then after that you need to kind of validate that idea to make sure that it's going to make you money,
Yeah.
because we are about making profit from what you know. So we need to make sure that this thing is profitable. And how do you find out? You can use the social media. What are those questions people are asking?
Okay.
Those questions people say, how do I do this? How do I do that? Or situation where somebody is frustrated. I've been trying hard to do this, but I cannot. I wish there was someone to help me do this.
Yeah.
Or someone say, I wish I could be fit. Or those desires, those frustrations, those things are what you could look into. You see, for you to be able to monetize your gift, your experience, your expertise, your knowledge, first of all, you need to validate your audience. You need to know, like, which kind of audience do I want to serve. Do I want to serve young people? Do I want to serve older people? Am I serving women alone or men alone? You need to know that. Then, and that way, for it to validate that, to validate your niche, you need to check the social media well, because most of the audience will be on social media. So you look out for their frustration, their desires, their goals, those things they wish they could do, but for some reason they can't do it. And for some people, perhaps they just need somebody to lead them, someone to hold their hand and say, okay,
Yeah.
you can do this.
Sure.
So you also need to look at that and validate your idea. You can also use Google. Go to
Okay.
Google. Make sure that that thing you want to do that at least there's a bit of competition. There was a time someone contacted me and said that he wants to start a blog on environmental or something. So I told him, have you seen any blog, maybe Nigeria or abroad, doing such a thing? How successful it is? So you need to consider those things. Make sure that at least there's one or two persons in that niche you're going to who are doing pretty well. So don't just go to start a new thing. It's going to take, if you're willing to wait for 10 or 15 years for you to able to make money, well, if you're able to wait for that long, then you could do it. But then if you want to make money as soon as possible, you make sure that there are people in that niche who are doing what you're doing. Now, I'll be talking on ways where you can validate your idea. First of all, what is that thing you're passionate about? What is that thing you're passionate about? So for a lot of people, it could be writing. Well, not only writing, it could be singing, it could be dancing. You could teach people how to dance on YouTube and make money from it. So it could be
Sure.
cooking. It could be cooking. Then it could be there are people who just think. If you go to Fiverr, there are some people whose gig is just to think out a business idea for you. Theirs is just to think. So if you know how to think, you could even make money from it. Then for some people, it could be to arrange. This, they just have this passion to put things in order, things like that. So whatever it is, there's no limit. There's no limit. Then another thing is your qualification. What something you got qualified for, like your BSc, your master's, your PhD. So it could be your qualification. Now after your school, you don't need to wait for a job. So you could put down those things you learn. Okay, there are other people who need to learn this thing. There are other people who can benefit from this thing. You can even go to companies and pitch it like a business idea, not as somebody who's coming to look for a job. So that way you could make money from your qualification. Then another thing is from what people always ask you question about. If people always ask you, how do I sharpen this pencil? You see like maybe 10 persons comment. I'm just using that as an instance anyway. So the questions people ask you often can be turned into a profitable business. For me, before I started freelance writing, so it's just from people who usually ask me, or they tell me, you can write. I enjoy your writing a lot. I love the way you write. So at the point, somebody contacted me through an email and said, okay, I love the way you write your blog post. So I want you to write some stuff for me. So I was given a kind of contract to write, to be writing for him. So, and I made a lot of money from that. So it could be something people usually ask you about, or they seek for your advice, or probably they just ask you, how do you do this thing? How do you go about, stuff like that. So you could, instead of repeating the answer every time, you can turn it into a business, like perhaps an online course or a coaching program, a consultation program, or whatever. Then another thing could be your experience. What is your experience? What have you gone through? What have you gone through? So I know of a lady who went through, I think she had a marital problem. She had a marital problem. So what she did after her divorce, she started empowering other single women and single mothers rather. She started empowering them. She started sharing her story, and invited to make money. Then I also know a man who who went through some fertility problem, I guess. Then somehow he was able to overcome it. Then he began teaching other people, other married couples, how to go about it, and he was getting results. Before you know, he was invited. He's invited here and there to come and speak. I think he came to Port Harcourt last Saturday to come and speak in a church. So you can also use your experience. What have you gone through? How did you go through those trying moments? You can use that and teach others, and it just depends on how you package the whole thing. Then another thing is from your expertise. Now, expertise is you gain expertise as you do something over and over again. So for me, when I started blogging with WordPress, and when I started, I was just struggling with WordPress, trying to learn so many things about WordPress. But as I started, as I continued using it over and over again, I got a kind of mastery over WordPress. So now I can teach people how to use WordPress, and I can build websites and blogs with WordPress. You see, so what is that skill that you're very competent with? What is that thing that you're very good at? You could turn it into a business. Then another one is think how to dress. You know, there are some people who just naturally know how to dress to look fit and look well. So you can also turn that into a profitable business.
Yeah.
Then in now, after hearing all this, some people usually ask this question: okay, how do I go about it? Because it is the packaging that matters.
Yeah, sure.
It is the packaging that matters. So now, how do you go about packaging this thing so that you could charge for it, you could place a value on it, and people pay for it? That's usually the struggle that everybody have. Now, these are ways you could do that. You could offer it through coaching. You could offer it through coaching.
Okay.
Like, it doesn't have to be hundred of persons. You could coach 2, 3. For me, I started from just one person, coaching one person. Before you know, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So like that. So you could start your online business from coaching people. Now, if you're too scared to coach, you think, okay, it's a big deal or it requires so much from you, you can start from info products, like digital products, using ebooks. It's very easy. Just have to lay down some certain things. Okay, I'm going to talk about that later, how to package it. So you could go use I mentioned coaching, and you could use also consulting. Consulting is not a big deal too. Consulting is just you giving advice to people. People coming to meet you. How do I do this? How do I do that? You put them through. Then that consulting, you do it like a program. So instead of someone coming to ask you questions for a few minutes, you could say, okay, I can. This is how you should do it. What if I help you? Okay, I put you through in the whole process. So you could make it like a 1-month program or 2-month program. It's still consultation, but then you're fully specializing the process and you charge a higher fee. And another one is you could offer it as a service. If you know that you can write, so you can offer like a freelance freelance service. Yes. You can design logos, if you can write, if you can edit videos. In fact, there's a high demand for video editors these days. People can edit videos. So if you can edit videos, you could put up yourself there. Then another way is through live events. Live events like organizing seminars. In fact, those seminars you don't really need to speak. You could invite other thought leaders in your industry. I've seen people do that a lot. You invite them they come and speak. You pay people because normally they won't have access to these people, but now you're bringing these people for them, maybe for half the price or something. So they'll come and share their knowledge. Then you can make money from that, from live events, then also from webinars. From webinars. Webinar is just an online seminar. So instead of instead of worrying about getting venues, logistics and all those things, you could just do your thing online. The easiest way people do it now is through WhatsApp webinars, where you invite some people to come and speak, then you have people attend. Then you can also use Facebook Live and run your webinars in a closed Facebook group. You could do that. So those are ways you could just do your own thing and run your online business. People hear online business, they think it's a very sophisticated thing, the difficult. It's not really difficult. It's just the way you package it. Then another way is you can write a book. You can write a book. First of all, you can package it in an ebook and see the response from people. If there's a high demand for it, then you can go on to do the hard copy. So those are ways you could package your skill, your service, and your skill to make money from it. Now, for you to do this, talking about packaging it into maybe a consultation program, a coaching program, an ebook, an online course using video tutorial, then text, audio, and stuff like that. First of all, you ask what is the problem? What is the challenge this person is facing? That is how you can create and package your business. So you say, what's the problem this person is facing? And when you're able to define that problem, it could be people who already have a business, but they are not getting clients. Or it could be they are getting clients, but they are not getting high-paying clients. So you must identify that problem. And when you identify the problem, then you ask, okay, why is that problem there? What is this person doing wrongly? Then you write it down. You write it down in steps. Then another thing, what are the steps to solve that particular problem? What are the steps? What does that person need to do? So you write step 1, do this, step 2, you do this, step 3, do this, step 4, like that. Then the next thing, you list out the steps. Maybe to as much as you want, maybe to 10 steps. Then after after creating the steps that the person would take to solve that particular problem, you make sure you reduce it to probably 6. 6 is okay. 6 steps. Because these days people are loaded with lots of information. So if they see that it has 10 steps, 12 steps, they'll be kind of overwhelmed. So it is better that you reduce it to 6 steps. Make sure that you make it as simple and as easy to follow as possible. Don't think that the more complicated it is, the more people will think it is valuable. No. Information does not have to be complicated for it to be valuable. In fact, the easier the better. There was a particular course I registered for. Because of from what I saw from the sales copy, I thought it's going to be some that will require so much, that has so much information. But no, the information were just less and everything straight to the point. Do this, do that, go here, go there, and the course was over. In fact, I was happy that it was short because I had other things to do. So I just implemented what I learned and I got the results I wanted. So it's just like that. Whatever business, whether it's a coaching program, whether it's an online course, a video course, whatever thing it is, make sure that that you package it in a very simple way people could follow.
Okay.
So that is it.
That was great, Promise. You just packed a whole lot of valuable content into your presentation. Thank you very, very much.
Welcome.
I know that many people will pay, many people will put their courses for, will this your presentation. Many people will charge you thousands of naira or dollars for this presentation that you just did. You just summarized everything and made it simple for us to digest and start implementing quickly. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So you made mention when you started that you need to find your passion, your expertise, and what you majored on. For a newbie, I assuming I'm a newbie and I want to go into business, specifically blogging in your area, what are the steps I would need to take?
Okay, if it's blogging, okay, if it's blogging, it's very easy. First of all, the first thing that you need to know the niche you want to serve. That is the first thing. Okay. Before that, you need to know why you're doing this. You need to know why you want to go into this thing. Because for a lot of people, they start a blog because they want to be famous. That is it. They do it because they want to be rich and all that. They start the blog for the wrong reason. They start an online business for the wrong reason. They think that when you just start an online business, you become a millionaire within 1 week or 1 month. So you need to really define your why. Why are you doing this thing? Why are you doing it? So, and that your why must stem out from the desire to reach out to people, to help people, to teach people, to share what you know with people. Then after that, then when you've defined your why, then the next thing is for you to identify a profitable niche that you'll be writing on for a very long time. And how do you find that profitable niche? First of all, let it stem from your gift, your expertise, your experience, your passion, your knowledge. Let it stem from that. For me, I was passionate about business entrepreneurship. I really loved it. So that was why everything I do just revolves around that particular passion. So let your profitable niche stem out from that. If you want to go into business, then you need to know that, okay, you're going into this business, you're going into that business. If it's fashion, then going in entertainment, the entertainment blogging is kind of saturated. Not kind of, it is oversaturated in Nigeria. But then there's a way you could do it. There's a way you could do it to make it different and to make it unique. There are some people who just blog about a particular city. I think that is cool. If you should blog, I know of an Aba City blog. Those people, they talk about only things happening in Aba and the East, and those people, they are doing very well. So if you want to go into the entertainment and blogging, do something that is unique. So that's about finding a profitable niche. Then when you need to define who your ideal blog reader is. Some people call them ideal client profile. So, but for me, I call it ideal blog reader. You need to know which people would be reading your blog. Is it men? Is it women? Is it students? Would it be married people? Stuff like that. Where do they stay? What is their income? What is their income range? So that when you're selling something to them, you know how to price your stuff. So the money you'll be charging students will be different from the money you'll be charging salary earners. So you need to define the kind of people based on that, their income, their location. How you speak to a Nigerian will be different from how you speak to maybe an American, European and all that. So you need to define your audience in that way. Know their goals, what do they want to achieve, know their frustration. Then this thing is something you need to sit down and really analyze. If you're really serious, like you want to go into this thing seriously. So when you've identified your ideal blog reader, so the next thing, now you've known the niche you want to go to, you know your audience. The next thing is just for it to buy a domain name. That is it. Just you buy a domain name, you buy your hosting account, then you install install WordPress. Well, I use WordPress, that's why I talk about WordPress a lot. So if you decide to use Blogger, well, you can go for it. But a whole lot of people, they use WordPress because it's very, very versatile. You could use WordPress to do any kind of magic. So that's why people prefer WordPress. Then from there, when you set up your blog, of course, you do all the needful things, the plugins that needs to be installed. You get a premium theme, and after setting up the whole thing, then the next thing for you to do is not to just start writing. The next thing is for you to set up your email list as soon as possible to get people email. Now, before you get that, create your email list. First of all, you need to create what is called lead magnet. Lead magnet is like a bribe. You need to give people something in exchange for their email address. So it's called an ethical bribe. So that thing could be an ebook of 5 pages, 3 pages, 2 pages, even 1 page. Just something valuable. It might not only be an ebook. It could also be a video. It could be a video. It could be an audio. It could be a very short course. In fact, if it's a course, people would really love it. So it could be a short course too, and you give it out to people for free and get their email address from day one. So anybody that gives you his or her email address means that a person has an interest in what you have to say. So from there you can start writing. Make sure that from the beginning you start writing quality content. Even if you're writing twice in a week, make sure that they are quality content. Then from there you start mixing your content. By that I mean that it shouldn't only be text. You can add it with video, audio, infographic, then interview, random posts, just like that. Then make sure that you connect with as much bloggers as possible. Those people who are ahead of you, make sure you connect with them as much as you can. Not that you spam them with your blog link. Don't do that. Don't just start spamming through your blog link everywhere you go. Show your expertise wherever you go. Show that you know about the topic you're talking about. Drop valuable comments. If in anywhere you want to drop a comment, make sure your comments are valuable. Connect with influencers. Then one thing that if you want to go very fast, I recommend guest posting. That's writing for other blogs. In fact, that was what really helped me when I started. In fact, that was the thing that just, should I say, brought me to limelight. When I guest posted for Ogbonge blog, it just took me. In fact, it was just like standing on top of a mountain. That was when I knew the difference between darkness and light. When I wrote for Ogbonge blog, it was just like I just went popular overnight. Was getting friend requests on Facebook, everywhere. It was my name, and from it was not long after that my blog was chosen for blog of the week by Songbonge blog. From that was how I just started moving forward. Then when you've created that buzz around your blog, with guest posting, interviewing experts, and things like that, then you should start thinking of how to make money from it. You should start thinking of to make money from it. So if you, for me, I started with freelance writing. So if it might not be freelance writing anyway, if it's to design logo, to any service you can render, even if it's to build website, anything at all, you put it up there in your service page. Then as time goes on, you could add online course, coaching, things like that. Then if all for me, well, when I started newly, I was distracted with all these CPC network where you have to put a banner or a link, someone click and they pay you. I found that, well, those things, they won't really make you lots of money. I saw that with this, so I took it off. So my blog, I don't have Google AdSense. I don't have any kind of any advert I have on my blog is that from a company, like a company I am working with recently now. So I just have their banner by the side over there on my blog. So after some times when the contract is over, I move their banner, and that is how I make sure that I make money from my blog. So you just keep on giving value, giving value, then try out different things on your blog. Anything that is not working, put it aside, try something new, and just grow from there. So
Okay.
that is it.
Okay, that's great. Let me summarize all what you just said. First of all, you have to know your why. You have to know why you are going into blogging and not just doing it for the wrong reason. Also, know the niche you are going into.
Exactly.
Also, know your ideal customer. You said your ideal blog audience. Also, set up your website, which includes your
reader,
which includes your email host, which include your blog hosts, your domain name, your hosting, and the rest. And also have an email list, that's an email subscriber. And also have a lead magnet, which you said is an ethical bribe. And have quality content on your blog. It can be either text, video, or blog, or writing, or or audio on your blog, which is content, general for content.
Yeah, you could also be interviewing experts.
Okay, great. And also, you said we should also have constant communication with our audience, just to keep you relevant in front of them. And also, you said the number one thing that brought you to light was guest posting. Would you recommend guest posting for people who are just starting?
Yes, if you're just starting. In fact, if you're just starting, start with guest posting. It's very important. Guest post for at least 5 blogs, please, when you're just starting. It will just, before you know it, just take you up there. So start with guest posting.
Okay, so that means we should set up all these things before actually thinking about the money first, right?
Yes, when you establish yourself a bit, you've gotten traction, you've gotten an audience, at least you know that when you speak, like 100 persons will listen, even 50. So you start thinking of making money from it, not when you just start and money on your mind. So you need to get that audience first for the money.
Okay, great for clearing that up with us. So we have to start with our why first before moving down to making money. Thank you very much for clearing that up. So moving forward, we are rounding off, and I want to ask, for those who are starting out, who don't know their passion, how would you advise them on how to discover their passion or their talent?
Well, discovering your passion is, in fact, there's no formula. There's no perfect formula for discovering your passion. But there's sometime in your life, there'll be a time that you just be interested in something. You see, and you just yourself, you want to do this thing. For me, I don't know, it just happened suddenly. So just someone like me started reading about business or here and there. So it could just be, it will just start like that, to just start like that, and you see yourself, you want to do this thing. It could be something you're not happy about and you want to change it. That could be your passion. I saw a lady today. She was talking about how the motherless baby home in Port Harcourt are not doing things that are ethical. The kind of passion, the kind of passion that was coming out from her was just like, it was touching everybody. The way she was saying it, I knew that this man was. She said that she must make sure that she do before she dies. That is passion talking. So you see that at the point in your life, you want to do something. You want to do that thing at all costs. So there's no formula. There's no formula. And the clue to know what the clues to know what your passion is it could be those things you just love doing. It's usually those things you love doing. There are some people who love drawing. Just so they could be good web designers. In fact, most web designers can draw very well. So those people who love drawing, there are people who love drawing. So they could go into web design, logo making, and stuff that has to do with design like that. So they could do that. Then for those people who can sing, it might not be to sing song and sound on a stage. You could be a voiceover artist. You could be a podcaster. For someone who can sing, that person can speak. At least you can speak. So you could be a voiceover artist. You could be a podcaster, and there are other things you could be. So passion is something that will just come from you naturally. It will just come from you naturally. There's no perfect formula to find it. Something that will just wake up from you and you say, this is it.
Okay. That means there is no perfect formula for discovering your passion. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Promise Ezel, for what you have said. So, on a closing note, what would you advise for a newbie?
For a newbie, well, for somebody who's just starting, I'd say that you should be more interested in serving people. Let people be at the center of everything you want to do. Because now look at, if you're looking at Facebook was started for people. His own was, he wanted to make people happy, just have fun. So let anything you're doing, any business you're creating, let people be at the center of it. Let it be to serve people, and look at the long-term effect in 10, 50, 100 years to come. Will this thing be relevant? Will it help as much people as possible? So let everything you do be revolve around people. Let your business be about people. It's not just about the money. There are a lot of people who have started their business, but they fear that they will not make money from it. But as long as you're serving people, you're giving value to people, some way, somehow, you discover how to make money from that. So it should be about people, about serving people diligently. And as time goes on, of course, there'll be open doors and opportunities for you to make money from it. So the focus should not just be about making money only. It should be about serving people. That is it. It should be about people.
Okay, that's very great, Promise. So we should focus on serving first, and not just serving ordinarily. We should put our passion into serving others before thinking about the money first.
Exactly.
Okay, that's great. I want to thank you very much, Promise, for having you on Passion to Profit Summit. It's really been great having you here.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm really grateful.
No problem. Thank you very much. And that's it for this session for Passion to Profit. We will see you in the other session. Thank you for tuning in.